nobody is ready for. You gonna make me come home late at night. You are the one to run away from and stay with your family. Yeah. I can feel it. I'm doing the mistake already. I can see it's moving right in my head. I can feel it. Oh yeah. I'm doing the mistake already. I can see it moving playing in my head. She's gonna make me throw away everything. Everything. She's gonna make me throw away everything. Everything. I can feel it. I'm doing the mistake already. I'm playing this movie. She's gonna make me throw away everything. She's gonna make me throw away everything. This is how we do it. Let's go. Let's go. Come on.
You're so good, 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 you're so good. You're so good, 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 you're so good. You're so good, 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 you're so good.
Hey, mic check. Welcome to Club Shada episode 252. This show is brought to you by Shada, where the gods of good fortune. It is midnight and 42 minutes here in Lisbon, Portugal. Let me know straight away in the chat what time it is. Put the flag of where you are and what time it is for you where you're watching right now. I hope everybody is doing great. I hope everybody is in the greatest spirits. Listen, I just entered the diet of the diets, banish sugar from my body, so I feel less weak every day. But the first day I was like but yeah, doing much better. You see, people, in this life, people love to disappear and then reappear out of nowhere. And sometimes they appear just on the right time before I end my business with them. But yeah, it is what. Oh, that's not a thing for the lips. That's for the muscle. It's gonna burn me. My lips are dry. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, I want to acknowledge all the new subscribers. We're already 2,400 subscribers on the channel. So much love to Eric, João, Emilien, Fla, etc. It's always a pleasure to have you here. I want to acknowledge our stream royalty for the month of November, which is none other than Sirène des Îles with a 10 Canadian dollars donation. So if you want to be the stream royalty, all you have to do is top up 10 USD and you become the stream royalty of the show. I want to say hi and thank you to all the sponsors who are here with us. So yeah, listen, I hope everybody had a great weekend. I hope everybody had a great Sunday, whether you were at church or wherever you worship, or if you were just hanging with your family and with your loved ones, or if you were working hard to make ends meet. I hope you had a great weekend. My daughter was sick a bit. Here in Portugal, there's epidemics every month of what they call virus. I have no idea what it is in English. I have no idea what it is in French. It is the stomach flu. Is this something? Is this like, they call it virus here. And usually the kids get it at school, and they have usually it's a belly ache, they vomit a little bit, and then they have a little bit of headache and fever. I think it's the 5th or 6th time this year that she gets it. So the first 2 times or 3 times we were super nervous. We took her to the hospital, etc. This time, we already know what to do. We already know what the medicine they're gonna give us, etc. We already know the deal. Actually, the last 2 times she had it, she didn't vomit actually. So because soon as I start seeing it coming, I already give her some electrolytes to have her hydrated, and I directly give her the paracetamol. Then the first night before she falls asleep, wake up in the middle of the night, give her some Brufen, and then I do this for a whole day. And usually it only now lasts a day and a half, when usually it would last 3-4 days. So we were very worried in the beginnings, the first time, but now you just get used to it. So yeah, we know the drill. The only thing is, when my daughter is sick, I usually don't sleep. I'm gonna probably sleep early in the morning, early in the evening, and then the rest of the night I'm just gonna stay here and just go check her out every hour to see if she's sick, if she's feverish and stuff, and just give her medicine every 3 hours. And she's already fine. She woke up this morning, saying that she wants to go to the fancy hotel that we live nearby, the Myriad. And she was like, I want to eat my meat at the Myriad. I was like, you 5-year-old with your luxury taste. These kids today, it's my fault, but hey. But yeah, she's good. What else did I do? Crypto is crashing, so I'm used to it. I was just looking at this whole debacle happening with the whole crypto market, and all these Harry Potter looking bozos that everybody gave billions and who crashed and scammed everybody out of their money. It was funny to see all these people act as if they're angry when you get scammed. This is how it is. Next time, do your due diligence. But yeah, listen, what about you? What did you do this weekend? How are you? How's everybody doing? Let me say hi to everybody in the chat. Sabrina, always here first. I hope you're doing good. Tina, oi bonita, como estás? Hey, Sharam. I always forget if it's Saram or Sharam. I say Sharam because I read how it's written, but we want you in the show. We want you to come and tell us this. For those who don't know, I think it's Saram. She's the first ever Angolan woman to become a Victoria Secrets angel with the wings and stuff. Big supermodel, and she's my homie. So we'd love to have her on the show and talk about modeling, the world of modeling, the world of acting, novelas, etc., etc. Juju Zizanzouin, how are you? I hope you're doing good. So what about recovery? Are you completely recovered or still having some because Usually they say 6 months, but how are you? I'm telling you, 252. Ain't that crazy? Joella, man, what up, brother? How is it going? Are you still doing the lives in Lingala? I have to check your channel. I have to look 4 or 5 videos so that YouTube, the algorithm, bring me back your channel in my homepage. You were talking about this life with someone. Oh, and what did the someone say? Do they say, "Oh, very interesting," or did they say, "I don't care," or did they say, "I hate him"? Hey, Marie, what up, brother? How are you? You doing good? How are things on your side? Listen, I'm next year I'm celebrating 25 year of my album I'm Ready. So it came out in 1998. And yeah, it's gonna be 25 years since so I don't know if you begin your career with your first show or if you begin your career with your first album. If it's indeed my first album out, yeah, I'm Ready is gonna be so my career is gonna be 25 years old. That's crazy. And I've been watching a lot of dope. I'm waiting for the photos. I was watching a lot of the comments on my YouTube channel, and there was something that I found very interesting, and I would even say emotional. Most of the people in my comments are very, how can I say, what is the right word? Most of the people in my comment section are nostalgic. A lot of the last comments I got, especially on One Love, are very emotional. To give you an example, this is a comment that I just got. For example, my sister liked Kaysha's song, especially this one. This song remind me of my sister who's resting in peace. Oh, that's... And I got a lot of comments, especially on One Love, a song that is now, it's going to be 20 years old, that song. And if you look at all the comments on One Love, it's a lot of, I'm in 22, I'm still listening. Everybody's posting the date now on my old songs. Everybody's just, or people are saying, oh, I'm listening from this place. I miss this voice. I miss this song. It's a lot of comments like this. Let me show you published comments. What are these? What's your newest stuff? Not the top comments. Let me see the newest comments. See a lot of essa foi a minha música da minha infância. Eu e minhas irmãs fazíamos competição para quem me aguentava na parte final. For the rest of my life. Que saudades. So she's saying this was the music that I grew up on. It's the music of my childhood. Me and my sister would compete at the end to know who would be able to sing the final part when I was like, and who would stay the same, like, I miss those times. I love this. I heard this music 1,000 times. This music marked my childhood. I'm listening to it in 2022. I'm listening in 2022 from Kwamba, Mozambique. I'm traveling in time. Good times. 2022 is still good. A lot of people are just nostalgic. And it's beautiful. As an artist, let me look other comments. I hope I don't have crazy comments. This song got me in a chokehold. It's so good, you got it. It's so good, it's got to be crack, bro. It's so addictive. Thanks. This song deserves a video. Another one with Malcolm Beats. So it is, I guess for an artist, it is something is, I don't know, my nose is all of a sudden, I'm feeling like my nose is reacting to something all of a sudden. I don't know. Yeah, as I was saying, every artist wish that they had one hit so they can maybe live from music, but it becomes something else when you have a song that is just traveling through time. One Love is 20 years old next year. So I'm gonna celebrate the 25th anniversary of I'm Ready, I'm also gonna celebrate the 20th anniversary of It's All Love. So I got, and it's beautiful when you realize that you have songs that really marked people's lives, and you have tracks like One Love, Fiona, Question My Heart, so many, Deeper, Rebound Chick, Close Your Eyes, On dit quoi, Jusqu'à fatigué, Good Life 2005, Téléphone, Bounce Baby, Worldwide Chico, yeah, so many songs. And those songs are still being played today as if they were new. And people are getting emotional because those songs are the soundtrack of people's lives. And a lot of people, when I meet them, they tell me, hey, I grew up on your songs, or your songs, my first kisses, my first deception, I used to cry with this song, or and I'm not even talking about my own songs, but the songs I did in collaboration with other people like Nelson Freitas, George, Sumia, Elisio, ABG. Like, I have like a catalog of songs that a lot of people, when they hear them, it reminds them of being 16, being 17, being 20, be like making love for the first time, all like first parties, school. Some people, they live in the US, or they live in France or in Portugal, and it reminds them growing up in Africa. And as a creator, as an artist, listen, that's when you're like, okay, the game is over. The game is won. It's not a question of how much money you make, etc., etc. Just as a, remove the business part, remove everything. Just as a creator, as somebody who put his emotions into the creation of music, that's the best compliment you can have as a creator. When you're like, yo, you got these songs, and yeah, some people, they will go, oh, it reminds me of my mom. Some people will say, oh, it reminds me of this person that is here or is not here anymore. Some people will say, oh, it reminds me of my wedding. Some people will say, hey, it reminds me of my first heartbreak or my first love, or it reminds me growing up as a kid. Some people even say, oh, my parents used to love your music. I grew up actually when I was 4 or 5 listening to your music. I'm 25 now. And you're like, wow. You know, when you start in this music business, you're not alone. It's a bunch of you guys. It's you plus a bunch of friends, a bunch of competitors, a bunch of competition, a bunch of some people become friends, some people become enemies, some people become strangers, and not all of us make it. And some made it, but for only 6 months. And people forgot that they even had like this sparkle one day in the puff. They had like this sparkle of that song that was nice and a little bit of celebrity, and then they got forgotten 6 months later, a year later. And some people, you don't even know what they do now. Where are they? Like, do people even remember their songs? And when you play the song, they're like, oh yeah. And then some of us got lucky, or it was our destinies, or whatever it is. Some of us are here, we're being here long term, and we in this place where even if we didn't even create a new song and we just kept it like this, you would be like, yeah, listen, don't worry, like in 20 years they will still play those songs. And that's amazing it's amazing to feel that your music has touched generations of people. And then I received a message on Instagram yesterday from an artist. He was like, oh, listen, it's an honor to speak to you. And I was like, oh, I like your music. The music is cool. And he replied to me, I grew up on your music. My parents love you so much. And he was a rapper. The guy's a rapper. He's like, yeah, when I was 4 or 5, my parents were already always listening to your music, and now, you like my artist. And it felt like an honor to be part of people's lives. Because when you start making music, you don't do it for that. You don't do it. You do it because you want to express yourself. And then it becomes more than that. It becomes more than you. And it now feeds my family. So I'm really grateful. And I'm also grateful that my songs are not forgotten. It's that to me is the blessing. when I see that I have songs like One Love that are getting comments every day. Like I receive like those YouTube comments come like 100 every day, and a lot of them are on the new songs, on the vlogs, on the Club Shada episodes, but also on those songs. One Love, Question My Heart, Fiona, whatever song. And I have so many songs. But yeah, I really feel blessed when I look at all these YouTube comments. And I can't wait to celebrate the release of that album. I will do something special to celebrate the 20 year. I'm probably gonna do I'm gonna probably pre-record some interviews, some conversations with a bunch of people that are part of the creation of these albums, and talk with them about, you know, the creation, the memories, etc. So I feel blessed and gratitude. Yes, I'm doing the Lingala every Wednesday. The person wasn't why the last show has evolved into Club Shada. Hey, it's never too late. I'm not fully recovered. I have memory loss. Yo, damn. So I'm not fully recovered. I have memory loss. I lost a lot of hair, but I'm disappointed with my surgery. My potential is not reached. Listen, don't be too hard on yourself, and don't abuse it. See the glass half full instead of seeing it half empty. And wait a few years, and then maybe go at it again. But don't abuse, don't stress your body too much with this. So, you know, your potential, even if you feel that you didn't reach it, you still further down the way than when you started. So I believe that's a good thing. I believe. Urban Sweet Spot, what up, everybody? Don't forget to go to Urban Sweet Spot channel whenever you want to listen to some nice music where you're working. It's a good channel. Sometimes I just play some music there. There's some nice stuff in there. I believe you should go. Same thing for Joel Amen. Don't forget to go to Joel Amen TV, subscribe, and go check the live stream there. I mean, there are some of them in French and some in Lingala. So if you speak Lingala and French, hey. Did you ever think about doing a remake album with all your hits? I mean, I got compilations. I got a compilation that I did a few years ago that I think is called I forgot the name of that compilation. I think it was I got a few compilation. I got a compilation called Timeless. So you got Timeless 1998 2018. So that's I got 20 years of bangers. And I have another one called Live and Learn, Greatest Hits 1998 till 2008. But now if you talking about re-recording, you know, I'm so busy creating new stuff that I don't know if I would re-sing the same songs because they will not sound the same. Now, there's this thing where I believe that once a song is done, it's done. If I did an album where I would have my song re-recorded, maybe reproduced, like I would do it with maybe other singers. I would take the singers of today and tell them, listen, you choose a song, you redo it. And maybe that would be interesting, but I don't see the point personally of redoing One Love, because One Love is perfect. I didn't know how to sing and it came that way. Now that I know how to sing a little better, I don't think it would sound the same. I don't think it would sound, and the way it sounded like this for so much time that if I re-sang it, I wouldn't feel the same. Maybe I would do a live album, for example. If I record a song with a live band, maybe that would be interesting, but I kind of like these songs the way they are. So I don't as a creator, I don't see the interest. As a businessman, I see the business opportunity. Even if it was a better opportunity 10, 15 years ago when CDs were selling a lot. In the digital market, I mean, I don't know if it would serve any business interest unless you release the song by song. But listen, I release new songs all the time. I just released a new song with Malcolm Beats. I have remix sessions all the time. So as I believe that when a song is done, it's done. What I do from time to time is I just buy some promotion on Instagram or YouTube or different platforms to push sometimes a song that is old. Or sometimes I'm going to look in my album and I'm going to look a song that nobody really know or nobody heard back then because it was somewhere in the CD and it was not a hit. And sometimes I would put some promo in that song. I would put like 100 or 200 euros of promo on that song so that people can discover the song or put them in some playlist and stuff. That's something to me that I'd rather do instead of re-recording songs when, listen, I believe my recordings are perfect, not because of perfect in terms of quality, but perfect because they are exactly what they were supposed to do at the time. There's a lot of imperfections that I know where they are there, and they remind me of where I am today. So, I mean, I wouldn't lose a whole year re-recording the whole album. I would prefer take that year and do album number 11. But that's just me. MJ, you guys have, hey, thanks. Shadaware.com. So, what did I say again? Unity in diversity. Hey. I'm at a kid birthday party, but wanted to stop by and send my regards. Hey, blessing, brother. One day I will do a podcast with my audio conversation or WhatsApp with MJ. These are podcasts worthy because we send each other minimum 3 to 5 minute notes, and then sometimes he's gonna send me 3 notes of 3 minutes. So that's 9 minutes, and then I'm gonna see them. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna listen to them while I'm taking a shower or brushing my teeth or eating or something. And then I'm gonna take my time and reply a long 10-minute note, and then he reply, and we just go back and forth like this, depending on subject. And every time we talk in notes, I always say to myself, damn, why are we talking here? We should be on Club Shada having these discussions. Thank you so much. Hey, Now it's normal. Listen, it's a cool channel. Let me show you a little bit of the Shada gang. Urban sweet spot. So you see, first of all, lesson number 1. You see, when I type your name on the YouTube search and the first thing that appears in the result is your channel, you win already. You see? So, good stuff here. And listen. Oh, this channel is live actually, playing music. I like this channel. There's some nice music in shorts, and you know, it's videos of 1 hour of the same beat playing. I really think you should go and check it out. I think you will like it. Who else? Joel Amen TV. Same thing. First result. You have to go check. If you want to learn Lingala, and if you speak French or Lingala, Joel has a lot of great subject and a lot of great advice. How to be an entrepreneur in the digital world, establish trust in business using CapCut, etc., etc. I really, let me put the links to Joel Amen in the chat, and also the link to Urban Sweet Spot. You guys have to go and get your YouTube handles, because look, now you can just put youtube.com/@Kaysha, and it takes you directly to my channel, and you can just get this in your YouTube. I forgot how you call this. So, of course, if we talk about Joel Amen, we have to talk about his brother, Mountain of Inspiration. Don't forget to go and check out Mountain of Inspiration, personal branding, strategic planning and development, lots of great videos. Every day, every 2-day videos. This guy is just killing it, having videos after videos after videos. And because this family is crazy, all of them are on YouTube. You should also go check, of course, Maman Dalia MTV. I don't know when is the next live of the Dalia show, but I hope I'm going to be a guest, depending on the subject. Because some subjects, I don't know. But yeah, this is the Shada Gang family, so everybody go follow them. You have your handle? Cool. Me, I had to do my handle for all my 8 channels. It's not, it's not that. I mean, I already had Kaysha, so I got on the Kaysha one. I got my handle automatically. The only thing I don't like is the @ Why? I mean, in the URL, it should just be youtube.com/Kaysha. Why do you want to boot youtube.com/@Kaysha? Why are you complicated? Just do it /Kaysha. But it's great when you wanna tag other people in a post when you are posting their channels. That's important. I like that. Free thinker, what up? please never ever re-sing your hits, Kay. Please. I don't think you can recapture the essence of a song, especially a hit when it's yours. Exactly. I do agree. Whenever, okay, somebody asked me the other time if he could do a cover of one of my songs. I said, yes, of course, you can do a cover of my song as long as you respect the melody, you respect the instrumental. I mean, you can do a version of whatever, but as long as you respect the thing, you don't change the lyrics, and you don't change the name of the author and composer. Yeah, you can re-sing a song and do a cover. I do covers of other people, so I don't mind other people doing covers of me. But then the person was, yeah, but I would love you to sing on the new version. That I was like, oh. I don't see the point of me re-singing one of my songs because I don't feel like I'm gonna I know I'm gonna sing better than before. This I know. But I know I'm not gonna recapture the essence. I'd rather have somebody do the new version like I did for Diamonds and other songs. I'd rather have somebody do a whole new version and release it. To me, it makes all the sense. But invite me in a cover of my own song and have me come and shoot the video. No, I was like, no, I'm not into this. I don't know. It doesn't sit well with me. And listen, it's just an artistic feeling. It's not I know I would make money from the copyrights and stuff, but if you want the original, you listen to the original. If you want to do a new one, yeah, you do a new one. You do a cover yourself. Dun, dun, dun. Listen, conversation up from another level. Hola, Lorena. Yeah, so listen. Let me not waste too much of your time. We're gonna have two new guests soon in the show. We're gonna have Saram, that is a top model, and we will also have Annabella. So she was supposed to come here today, but she's oh, listen, it's crazy, and she's a coach. And I think it would be interesting to have her speak about her coaching. I just tuned in and found a TikTok. Nice. So you probably came from something going on, the Compaguya remix. I mean, or some other songs. I think this song is almost at 5 million, 40 million, 400 million, now 4 billion. I forgot. Lots of views on TikTok of that song. That's crazy. It's amazing. I don't drink, Sabrina. So listen, let me talk to you about something quick before I check out. I was in a dinner, and in that dinner we were talking about a project, and while I was listening to everybody talk and everybody debate, I realized that I had a feeling that I've been having for years and years and years. The last 20 years, actually. The difference was I was not frustrated because I used to want people to be the best version of themselves. But now I focus on myself, being me, the best version of myself, and inspiring other people to be the best version of themselves. And if they don't, it's actually not my fault and it's not my problem. Listen, all of you guys here, everybody didn't put their likes. Go put some likes. There's not enough likes. Like this video. Lorena, you just came here. I hope you put your like. So as I was saying, you know, I don't know if you've ever been in this situation where you are having conversations with people and you realize that you are not in the right table. I don't know if you ever had that feeling, but sometimes I'm here and I'm listening to everybody and I'm like, wait a minute, what are we talking about? Like, these people are debating on how to build something that I've built already. They invite me and I come here thinking that maybe they want my advice on how to build it, but they are all arguing as if they know how to do it already. And from the argument in the table, I realize that none of them have a clue what they're doing. But everybody's talking more than everybody, and everybody's voting, and I'm like, what am I doing here? Why am I in a table with people that I'm realizing they behind me in terms of where we are in alignment, in ambition, in vision? They're behind. They're years behind. But I'm here sitting at the table and I'm like, and it's not the first time it happens to me. Happens to me all the time. But a few weeks later, 2 weeks ago, I sat down with two women. I went to a dinner. It was a Black Excellence dinner, and I was with some women who were leaders, were entrepreneurs, who had visions, creators, movie directors, game developers, strategists. And I had a conversation with these ladies. And as I was having the conversation, I realized that, I'm loving this conversation. These women are actually on my level of thinking, which means that I'm talking about an idea. They take the idea and they take it a little bit further. I'm talking about something. They talk about something and they explain to me how we can go from this to that. And I'm like, yes, this is the type of conversation I want to have. And I remember telling Buddy after that conversation, I was telling him, You see, this is exactly the type of dinners and the type of circles that we have to be in. If you want to be, sometimes you want to lead, sometimes you want to feel your ego, you want to be happy. Yeah, go with a bunch of ignorance and talk, listen to yourself talking. It's great. You're gonna feel great. Everybody's gonna be, oh my God, amazing! You're so great. Oh, you're so intelligent. It's great, but you waste a lot of time having conversation with people, talking to them about 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, and those people only know how to count until 50. So for them, listen, if they arrive to 25, hey, they're happy. But if you're already up there at 500 and you're looking at 10,000 one day, you're talking with the wrong people. And it made me think in terms of that other dinner we had, and I was with Buddy as well, and I was like, I think I'm gonna go to these dinners in a different manner. I'm gonna go there just to chill, eat some good food, have conversation, debate, but not go there to look for something that is not there. Because the question I was asking myself for all the people in that dinner was, what is your ambition? And sometimes I believe that you arrive sometime somewhere and you believe that you are like everybody else because you are humble. You believe that you are, because you are a singer, a producer, an artist, a performer, but in your head you see everything else. You don't see just training, becoming a rookie, then becoming a football player in Division 4, a young division, then Division 4, then 3, then 2, then maybe one day Division 1, and then become number 10, and then put some goals, get some millions. But if you're like me, you're going to think, okay, once you did that, well, now you take those millions and maybe you buy your own team. You buy your own team so that you can have your own stadium. And then when you retire from playing, you can find players that are like you, younger, and you can put them on the terrain. Maybe you can have 10 teams that play against each other in your 2 stadiums now. And every time there's one game and you have 50,000 places in your stadium and you sell the ticket for 50 euros, you get 50,000 times 50 euros every time there's a game. And now, instead of being the best paid player, you become the guy that pays all these players because they bring you 10 times the money or 100 times the money that you were making when you were just a player. And when I sit down with other singers or other producers, I believe that they are like me, that for them, there's something after singing. And I realized that, no, they want to sing forever. Yeah, they want to run after the ball forever, and they're waiting for people to call them to do a show. And me, I'm not waiting for people to call me. Actually, somebody just called me for a show, and I said, I'm not interested. And it was well paid. They wanted to offer me 5,000, 6,000 to travel I don't know where. And I was like, For less than 10,000, I'm not leaving my house. Oh, but that's a lot of money. Yes. I have 25 years of hits. That's the price. You don't want? I don't care. Even when I play my own music that you're hearing in the back, I'm making money while I sleep. I make money every minute. And I did that so that I wouldn't have to be forced to go perform. When I reach 70, I don't want to be performing. Listen, when I reach 50, I don't want to be performing. I want to do something else. I want to be making way more money doing something else, because at a point you want to be outside of the field, outside of the terrain playing ball. You want to own the stadium. And if you listen to my storyline, when I was, 20 years ago today, when I was releasing Fiona, Bien plus fort que mes mots, On dit quoi, and all these bangers, Music Warrior, etc., I was also signing Sumia, Elisio, ABG, Looney Johnson, and everybody else. I was becoming not only I was also their colleague as an artist, but I was also their boss. I was playing on the field, but at the same time, I was owning my own stadium, Sushi Raw. And at the same time, I was launching my apparel brand, Shada wear. And at the same time that I was still making hits, I was at the same time making more money from the sales of the albums of Sumia, Elisio, ABG, plus my own albums. And I was saying to myself, okay, maybe I'm gonna start going back and put my artists in front. But I kept making hits, so I kept doing shows for another 10 years, I guess, maybe 15 years. And already at that time, I realized that, traveling when you are in your 20s, it's amazing. You go from a place to another, you change all the time, you have new girlfriends, but you perform in front of new places. You're in Cape Verde one day, 100,000 people. You go to Congo, 100,000 people. You go to the America, you perform in 10 cities. You're in Minneapolis performing for people. Then you're in South Africa, it's full of people. You go here, you go in Gabon, you have 200,000 people. Everywhere people scream your name. It's amazing, you love it. And every time you take a plane, and you take another plane, then you need to take another plane, and then your back hurts, but you love what you do, and you're tired. You come home, you change your suitcase, you just have the time to put your stuff in the washing machine, go to sleep, put some new clothes in your suitcase, take another plane. You just arrived from Ivory Coast, but now you're going to New York. And it's amazing. It's the best thing. It's everything you wanted. You love it. You're in your late 20s, your 30s. It's great. But then it becomes cumbersome, because you realize that you don't see your son walking for the first time. You don't have a family life. You fail at relationships just because you are never there. And time goes by, and then you start realizing that you want something else in life. And you're ambitious because you also realize that all these playback shows in clubs, or live shows in festivals. It's slavery. It's people calling you and deciding how much they are willing to pay you for performing in front of the people who love you. You have your public, they love you, they want to see you, they're ready to pay to see you, but they're going to pay somebody, and that somebody will say, I'm willing to give you 1,005. Can I have 2,000? No, I can't. I don't have this money. Or yeah, you have maybe 2,000, maybe 3,000. Who knows? And then when you go to these clubs, and there's 5,000 people in the club, or there's 5,000, or there's 100,000 people in the stadium, you're like, wait a minute. 100,000 people came in a stadium to see me? How much did they pay? And then you start looking. Oh, the ticket was at $5. It's the people, the population, they love you. It's $5. So you start calculating. Wait a minute. 100,000 by $5. That's $500,000. You paid me how much? 3,000? No. And you start thinking, wait a minute. Why am I getting paid by that person when I could organize my own show? And listen, even if I make people pay $3, I'm gonna make 300,000. And then as time goes by, you just realize that, it's time to move on to the next phase of your life. Listen, if you work at a bakery, it's the same thing. If you work at a bakery, you're there doing the baguettes. It's cool. You at the oven, and one day, you want to learn to do other things. Once you know how to do everything, you want to go see your boss and tell him, hey, do you plan on opening a second bakery? Do you want to open another shop? And maybe I could be the manager of that second shop because I learned everything from you. And if your boss is smart and ambitious and he thinks like you, he will say, perfect, let's do it. I will invest in a second shop. And you open a second shop in another neighborhood, and now instead of making 5,000 every month, you are now making 10,000 every month. And you are moving up. And maybe when 10 years pass, maybe you guys open, 10 bakeries, and you and your boss have a bunch of people who are doing everything for you, and you can move to the next phase, which is just chilling with your family and handling the business and being less hands-on. And in the music world and in the podcast world, and in every time I sit down with people, I realize that a lot of people have no clue what they want to do after. When they reach a certain goal, they don't know what else to do. They wanted to sing, so now they've been singing. And you're like, okay, what else? What's next? What you gonna do after that? Or what are you investing on? Are you opening a restaurant? What are you doing with the money? Oh, with the money, I'm showing all these niggas that I'm better than them. What's wrong with these people? Listen, my wife has 200,000 followers as an influencer, and on Instagram, lots of followers, lots of women follow her, and she receives a lot of dresses from brands that want to do promo with her, and they pay her for that. But at a point, I told her, you should do your own brand, and you should have your own store or your own business where you can do the things you know how to do. Like, you're very good at doing lashes, you should do something like that. And that's exactly what she does now. She has her brand. It's under my brand, Shada, but she has her own website, and she sells her own stuff for women, t-shirt stuff. And now she has a lot of her fans coming to get their eyelashes done because she's very good at that. So maybe one day she's going to stop working where she is, and she's going to open her own beauty salon or something else. Because you have to evolve in life. You have to always think to yourself, what is the next step? Because if you don't do this, you arrive to a point where you got old, and yeah, listen, you might be good at what you do, but when you are 50 years old, the kids that are 18, they will not fantasize on somebody that is the same age as their grandma. It is what it is. So what you have to do is always ask yourself, what is your ambition? And listen, I'm not criticizing the people who want to sing forever. If you want to sing forever and you get gigs, it's all good. But I believe that even there, you have to have the ambition to always think of the next level, which is, instead of waiting for people to call you, you can organize a whole team around the world of people who will organize your shows for you, and you will invest your own money at a point so that instead of being paid $1,000 to do a show, you invest $1,000 in a show, and it brings you $4,000, $5,000 or more. And sometimes I sit in those tables for the last 20 years. I've been sitting in those tables, and I listen to those people talk, and I'm like, I'm not sitting with the right people. All these people have no clue what they want to do. They just want to stay relevant, or they just want to stay famous because they don't even know why they're famous. They don't even know why they're here. They don't understand that fame is not the goal. Fame is the byproduct. Fame is, you get famous because you did something crazy. Or listen, even if it's okay, people love to criticize the Kardashians because they say they got famous out of nothing. They're vain. Talk about nothing, but reality show. Okay, listen, think what you want, but you have to respect the hustle. These people have been famous for 20 years. They're all billionaires, and it started from just filming their life, filming their daily drama, and then they made it into a multinational brand. Look very well at their show, and you will understand that they are fierce business women. When they go to a hotel, the hotel pays. And you will look, there's a point where in the edition, you will see a little bit of, they show you the name of the hotel, where they were. Trust me, there's 10,000 people who will pose at that moment and write down the name of the hotel and do a reservation. That's why the hotel is paying for that. Whatever they dress, people are looking for that dress wherever they bought it. Wherever they go in places, those places pay to have them there. That's a business. You go from just talking about yourself to having people interested in paying for you to, when you talk about yourself, wearing something. If I sell listen, if you have you do your bakery business and you have one bakery and she goes there and she says, oh my God, I love the bread from here. And she just say, oh, the bread from Pauline Safi's bakery is amazing. It has that African flavor. I love it so much. Trust me, you will go from selling 100 breads per day to 20,000 per day, and you will have to open a whole chain because it will change the whole thing. So you have to respect the business of that, the business of understanding that there's a lot of people who enjoy watching people that are just like them. They everyday ladies problems, people love to see it, and you have to respect that, and you have to respect how they turned it into a full business with brands, makeup, Kylie, Kim, underwear, this, that, all that stuff. You have to respect that. This is the vision. I don't know who in that family has the vision, probably the mom, but if you understand that all these came from a video, you have to respect that. And I sit in those tables and I don't see that vision. And I remember in that dinner where I went, I was listening to everybody talk. And at a point, I just asked a question. But what is your ambition? And everybody starts stuttering. I was like, yeah. All right. Peace. It's so interesting. People are so interesting. People have to want to improve. And that's very interesting what you're saying, Urban Sweet, because a lot of time people, they don't want to improve. When I was working with the Zouk label, Section Zouk, in co-production of a lot of the product that I have released between 2003 and 2008, I would tell him all the time, you have to become the first Afro-Caribbean universal music. And he was like, why would I do that? And I was like, because personally, I want to become big like you. And if I become big like you, we're going to become competition. But if you become big like Universal, I can just be under you, and me and all the labels that you work with can become big like you, and we become a huge market. And I was telling him back in 2003, Portugal is going to be a huge market. There's a lot of things to be done in Africa. The diaspora in France is super important, and I'm going to need to not be a one-man operation, but have a whole label just for that. And for that, you need to be huge so that the money comes here, comes in me, funnels to you. I keep my share, you keep your share. But instead of us making 100,000 of an album, of a small album, we make 1 million and we make 500K each. And then I can become the king of Kizomba. And you know what he replied to me back then? He said, I don't know if I want to be a whale in baleine. I don't know if I want to be a whale in the ocean. I'd rather be a small fish in a pond, but if I'm the biggest fish, I'm good. And I looked at him, I was like, well, I want to be a whole fucking island in the ocean, not a whale. I want to be a huge island in the ocean. And yeah, I know the rest of the ocean is infinite, but If I'm big enough in the ocean, I exist. If you see yourself small everywhere you go, and you say to yourself, I want to be a small fish. I want to be the biggest small fish in the pond because I don't want to be a fish in the ocean because I will be nobody in the ocean, and here I can be big. It means you have no ambition. And I said to myself that day in 2003, in about 6-7 years, that relationship will be over because I will arrive to the limit of this collaboration. And bingo, 2010, I arrived to the limit of that collaboration because it became frustrating to work with somebody who never wanted to push further. And it's all right. You're going to meet in your life people who don't want to push further because they don't have the ability. What you have to do is understand when you arrive to that point and not be afraid to go to the next level. This is why contracts have a starting date and an end date. When you arrive to the point where you arrive to the limit of the person that you are walking with, it's time to not reconduct the contract and go find somewhere else to go further. And I think because we put emotions in the line, we tend to forget that and continue working with people who are not on our level anymore. And yeah, not everybody wants to improve. Yeah, you have to be around people that think alike. I do agree. Peace talk. How do you feel after recording telephone? How did I feel? Damn, that was 26 years ago. Felt good. I think I went to the beach after that. Much love for you, brother. I wish nothing but blessings for you. Where are great things coming for you. Love your energy. Thank you so much, Lorena. And come back soon, often. And make you dance. Oh. How are you, Paula? When am I coming to your show? I'm still waiting. Did you find what's the name of my crazy ex? Yes, being ready for your next opportunity. Exactly. Evolution is natural. Yes. You know the problem with this is that you are so right. But sometimes when you talk about something that is not visible yet, the people, they don't even see what you're talking about. I remember when I was telling everybody, hey, YouTube will replace TV. 10 years ago, I was saying that. Everybody was looking at me like. And even 15 years ago, in 2006, 2007, I was like, yo, this will replace TV. And they were looking at me like, this guy's crazy. And I was like, listen, stop doing DVDs. Let's put the music videos on YouTube. And everybody was like, this guy is crazy. We have to sell the DVDs. And I was like, nah, it's over. When you see it, because you are a visionary, trust me, you're lonely because you see things so far ahead and people, they don't see it. So they don't believe it. So they don't believe you. So they will not follow you. Only some people who understand that they put their trust in you and they will follow you blindly. Those people are your team. A lot of people, they just don't believe in you, and they will sometimes even make you fail because they don't even want you to go where you want to go. Without the right mindset, one can end up in a negative evolution. That is very true, Joel. Before the end of the year, I'll post my covers on YouTube and on TikTok. Music is my first passion. You've been saying this for years. I've been listening to your covers forever. Now, stop saying before the end of the year and post tomorrow. You don't want to be that person that says, oh, you know, when I was young, I wanted to. Don't be that person. And trust me, I know another girl. She's in the same business as you, and she has her YouTube channel. On her YouTube channel, she does vlogs, and she also sings. And the rest of the day, she's on webcam. And yeah, she makes, I don't know which one makes more money for her, probably the webcam, but she also sings and she releases songs. And her fans from the adult world, some of them, they transpire to the music world. Because once you have a fan of your brand, you can sell everything. From the adult movies to the adult photos to that side, to the music, the vlogs, the YouTube, do live stream, etc., etc. I'm have a Twitch, and a lot of them. Like if you see a lot of adult entertainers, a lot of them also have a Twitch where they talk about the rest of things. Because yeah, listen, I'm a singer. It doesn't mean that I have to do a live stream when I sing all the time. And it's the same thing for somebody who's in the adult world, somebody who's a baker. Maybe you want to come talk about other things, right? But you have to have the courage to do it, and not always say to yourself, yeah, but you know, it has to be perfect. Listen, perfection doesn't exist. I'm telling you. Yes, it's always important to challenge yourself and be better. It is. I'm preaching. La musique, c'est la vie. Mamba mentality. Yep. It happens all the time when the concept becomes popular. Yeah, that's when they all of a sudden they call you. Hey, you remember the thing? Hey, I want to open a YouTube channel. Hey, I want to do single. All these people are calling me now. These last 5 years, all these people are calling me to ask me, hey, how do you do it? I'm like, oh my God, I've been telling you for 15 years. What are we going to do? It is what it is. But listen, I woke up early and I'm going to sleep early tonight. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I really want to talk to you about this. Actually, I wanted to talk to you about this since the day I had the dinner. I think the next day I was like, damn, I remember writing it. Because when I asked the question to the guys, I was like, what's your ambition? I remember writing it in my Club Shada notes for my next episodes. And I was like, yo, I wrote it. What's your ambition? So now I can remove it from, where is it? What's your ambition? I can remove it from my notes and talk about something else. But listen, I hope you enjoyed that conversation together about ambition and pushing the envelope in life, and understanding that sometimes you have to change your whole entourage. You have to start moving to the next level, and it's not a bad thing. And I have a friend who's very, very successful, and when he started, his manager was his brother, and at a point he changed, and he didn't have a problem with his brother because he changed. They just arrived to a plateau, they arrived to a level, and to go to the next level, he needed to have a certain type of management and stuff, and he transitioned to that new place. And then when it was time to change, he transitioned again, because to reach the bigger crowd, you needed to be around a certain type of people who were in certain industries, and that's exactly what he did. And sometimes that's what you have to do. So listen, I hope you enjoyed the conversation. I'm gonna leave you with a track from Monsieur de Shada called The Village. That's exactly what I want to do. I'll do my rehearsal, my cover. Since the day I just need more material, a good mic and all kind of stuff. See, I know a girl, she posts covers on TikTok or Instagram, and she uses her phone. No excuses. No excuses. Do it now. Start recording now. Wear a hoodie and do it. Listen, if you enjoyed that conversation, give me some Rambos in the chat, and I'm gonna leave you with this track from Monsieur de Shada called The Village. I hope you enjoy the show. Don't forget to put a like. Don't forget to go to the channel and look for some tracks or some videos and I just posted some vlogs. I would love you to put some comments out there in the vlogs. As always, this show is brought to you by shadaware.com. Next week I will give away a t-shirt. Probably. Yeah, I will give away a t-shirt next week. And so I'm waiting for you next week. Thanks to all the new subscribers. It is 2 a.m. in Lisbon, Portugal, and I will see you next episode. Peace, my people.